Imagine a time when roads were expanding and the skies were opening up with jet travel. The 1960s were a decade of incredible transformation, especially in how people moved from place to place. While shiny new cars and sleek airplanes captured imaginations, something significant was happening on the railways. Train travel during the 60s saw a significant decline in passenger numbers and service, shifting away from its prior prominence as the primary mode of intercity transportation. This era marked a challenging period for passenger rail, setting the stage for major changes in its future role. The reasons for this shift are fascinating and multi-layered. First, the booming post-war economy made cars more affordable for many families, offering unprecedented freedom and convenience for personal travel. Coupled with this, the interstate highway system, actively expanding throughout the decade, provided excellent roads for these new cars. Simultaneously, commercial jet air travel became widely accessible and increasingly efficient, connecting distant cities in a fraction of the time trains could manage. Furthermore, a lack of significant investment in modernizing passenger rail infrastructure and services meant trains struggled to compete with the speed and flexibility of cars and planes, ultimately leading to a decrease in ridership and profitability. This meant that many routes that were once bustling with activity saw reduced schedules or were discontinued altogether. Passenger amenities on trains, which had once been luxurious, often became outdated compared to the modern offerings of airlines and the personal comfort of car travel. For travelers, this often translated into slower journeys, less frequent departures, and sometimes less comfortable experiences than they could find elsewhere. As a result, passenger rail transitioned from a primary mode of transportation to a niche option for many Americans. Amidst this decline, there was a growing awareness of the potential loss of a vital transportation resource. This concern helped spark the creation of Amtrak, or the National Railroad Passenger Corporation, at the very end of the decade in 1970, marking a pivotal moment. Amtrak was established to consolidate and manage intercity passenger rail services across the United States, effectively nationalizing what had become an unprofitable venture for private railroad companies. This governmental intervention was a direct response to the critical state of passenger rail in the 60s. Understanding the changes in 60s train travel helps us appreciate how transportation networks evolve and adapt to societal needs and technological advancements. It highlights how consumer preferences, government investment, and competing technologies can dramatically reshape an industry. This period of decline ultimately laid the groundwork for future public efforts to preserve and, in some cases, revitalize passenger rail as an important part of our nation's transit story.